All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the championship match of the 16 Open Division for the 2021 Stars and Stripes tournament. We're coming down to the final matches here. We're going to call this 15 ones, 16 black match for you. You'll have to bear with us a little bit as we get familiarized with the names here. But this is expecting an exciting match here.
Bonus coverage, Jim.
Yes, it is. Liberos substitute in here. Luca Bradenberg, the Libero 4 15-1s. I'm going to have to readjust my mind here a little bit. This is Dombeck at the line with the serve. Left-hander puts it over, picked up there by Benson, swatted over. One set up their offense here with Avery Jesuits. It's called wrong. Looking for a touch. Now we're getting it.
Late breaking touch. First point to 15-1. We'll try to get some scoring assistance here.
Dombeck can continue at the line. Puts over a good serve here. Trouble on the other side to bring this one back. Two serving zero. Dombeck continues. Left-hander puts it in play. Picked up by the libero here, swung over by Frandrup. Off-speed pitch there after many big swings in match number one. Today we see something off of that one. The changeup for Frandrup. Serve goes over. 2-16 black. And right off the wall here, we have as we mentioned in match number one, a wall very, very close to us on the left side. And any ball that is at all off is going to be into that wall very quickly. Ola Pylon here puts the ball into play off the tape, but punched up there nicely. Swatted over by Dombeck here. Benson. Back to Frandrup. Wow. When she unloads on that right side, that left swing is just devastating.
Saw a lot of that in the previous match, did we not, Jim?
Yes. She goes up in the air, you don't know what's coming. It's going to be off speed, if it's going to be full fastball. Coming scrambling to get started this morning, I think. And cramped quarters here at the M1. Not a place for you if you do not deal well with multiple stimuli. This place will do it to you. Jesuits continues at the line here. 6 serving 3. Picked up over the left side here. Swung up over. They're going to reload here and go right this time. Frandrup, the off-speed pitch, rolls this over the left side here. That is Siedenberg, punched over by Hadley Berger here. And they reset, going again with the left side attack. Again, the block gets a piece of this, and they set up in the 15-1 side. Berger swings, tools the block.
Hadley Berger, strong left side attacker, Eastridge product. Right side attacker, left-handed. And as we've been talking about, Frandrup, left-handed right side attacker on the other side. It's a devastating combination.
Well, they're going to have a redo here right as the serve was struck. Ball comes charging in. The player grabbed it, but by then the damage was done. Smartly called a redo by R1 with his LED lit electronic whistle. Puts the ball into play here. Does Avery Jesuits. Picked up by Benson here. And again, Frandrup taking a big swing at this one, but that one finds the net.
Jesuits on a service run here, taking the lead up 5 points to 8-3, 15-1s.
And they're fired up.
It's a timeout. Indeed, they are fired up. Jim, I think interesting note here. Court 1 has 2 Northern Lights teams, one in white, one in red, so they're differentiated. As I look over to Court 2, I see 2 M1 teams, one in blue, one in white. So we've got the intra-squad matchups here on Court 1 and Court 2, and kudos to them for coordinating their colors. Well, Jim, if I look further down the line, court 3, we got Northern Lights and Northern Lights.
Wow.
They were coordinated together, both wearing black.
I guess we could say that all these matches lined up today to be sort of rivalry matches like you might have with your big rivals in your league. And while it might not be quite that, still teams that are familiar with each other and love to beat each other, that's for sure. Well, we're going to go over the left side attack here. Swung through nicely there.
Thank you to Bella Rushing for saving our field, Mike, there, right down there in the front row.
There's Samantha Ball on that left side, left pin attack for 16 black. At the service stripe, this is Julia Gordon. Right-hander takes measure and puts it over, picked up here by Jesuits. Dombeck sends this over to Siedenberg. And that ball coming down right on the antenna.
Net violation called on 16 black.
Serve put over by Bradenberg here. The leaker brought back over to Pylon.
Oh boy, look out.
Big swing. Holy cow, that comes right through the broadcast position here.
Over the bleachers there. Jimmy saw the closeness of the courts there. I actually saw feet get tangled up between the two players there on court 1 and then over on court 2. Luckily, no injury or tripping.
Bradenberg continues from the service stripe here. Nice pickup there for Ball. But a point for 15-1s. And a commanding lead here in set number 1 of this championship match. Championship Monday here on Memorial Day from Bloomington, Minnesota. Ball put into play here. Sent up and over the block, sends it back. They're going to reload here. Ball looking for a spot. Somehow squeezes it in between the antenna and the block there. Looking for
Lola didn't see there was a touch, lets that one go. It was off the touch. It was long, but touched at the net. 12-4 now.
Bradenberg continues at the line. Oh, that one had some right to left movement on it. Benson sends this over to Ball here to bring it across to the on 2. Picked up nicely by 16 black. Berger's there. Goes back to her. The left swing from the right side. Pulls the block.
You know, it's got to be tough, Jim. 16 black just coming off of a gruesome high energy 3-set loss prior to this. The 15-1s crew had a little bit of time to recover. I guess that's the advantage of being the top seed, Jim. You get a bit more time. You get a bit friendlier schedule.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how, that 16 black team, they didn't get a chance to get any snacks or get any nourishment. So
no, it's right back on the court and right back into the chaos that we experience here at M1.
I think this facility creates energy, Jim. There's no room for energy to go anywhere.
Yeah, if you could.
And so the noise, the light, it's all here.
If you could can it, you could probably sell it on the internet.
What can't you sell on the internet?
Yeah, just about anything. Bradenberg continues at the line here, and that one falls in short.
Good way to come out of a timeout.
Yes, it is.
See some huffing and puffing going on over there on the other side of the court, Jim. Lots of energy on the near side of the court.
Bradenberg continues. Pylon brings this one up. And we'll go over to Ball here on the left side. She's looking to find a place on the court to get her attack to be successful and unable to at the moment.
In the defense of 16 black, Jim, this 15-1s team is stacked. And when they are on their game, very tough team to beat. Yep. They've got incredible height. They've got quickness defensively. So we know this team well. And when they are on, Jim, they are a tough team to beat, especially coming off an hour-long battle.
Carrick going to be at the service stripe here for 16 black. Right-hander puts it over. Picked up here by Siedenberg. Jesuits flips this ball over. Oh, sharp attack there. coming from, I believe, Sophie Gartner.
If you've been watching 18s, you recognize the name Jesuits. So Avery's older sister Sophie plays for M1 18-1, the 18 Open champions from yesterday.
Carrick continues at the line here. This picked up by Siedenberg. Dombeck quickly into the middle here. They pick it up on the other side. Roll shot over, goes in between the block here. Siedenberg swings this over. Picked up there by Benson. Gartner. Debbie swings this back over. A lot of action here, but a block sends that back. Point 15-1s.
Reese Patek dominating the middle position there. Also known as Wisconsin Reese, Jim. There's a second Reese on this squad. You see her in a red shirt along the bench there. She's got a stress fracture, so she's in a boot. Reese Bowney. She's assuming some assistant coaching duties as she's calling the serving location.
Izzy Torve with the serve here.
Keeps Reese Bowney participating, feeling like she's adding value. You know, she's disappointed not to be out there, but trying to get ready for nationals, Jim. We'll talk about that here in a second.
Torve from Orono puts this into play. They're diving on the floor here. Pylan brings it back across on the free ball. Dombeck quickly into the middle here. Patek sends this over. Right side attack. Brought up by Jesuits here. Dombeck over to Siedenberg. Picked up nicely there by Benson. Swung over by Ball. Finally, she finds a spot on the floor and terminates.
Off the touch and onto the floor, Jim. Is that the 2-point play we've been calling for?
Yeah, I think we'll go with that.
I guess actually not. The net violation would be the second point there. My mistake.
Serve put into play here. Picked up there nicely by Bradenberg. Tipped over. Oh, and they find a spot.
Smart play. Lola Pylon there notices the defense had crept up, had some time with that to work with that tip, and just sent it to the deep one. No one home.
Picked up here by Bradenberg. Pushed over to the middle there by Patek. Over to the left side, Pylon up over the block. This time Jesuits is there to pick this up. Dombeck sets quickly out to Siedenberg and finds a nice spot deep in the one on the line. Great.
Right on the line. We had a good vantage point of that. Spoladoro calls it adamantly on the line, nodding her head in agreement. Looks over, coaches agree with the call. Everyone agrees with the call. 16 Red, probably not thrilled with it, but it was the right call.
Lucy Larson in here, Northfield product. Going to put the ball into play. Picked up there by Benson. All the way over a 5-ball to Lola. The block has time to set up on that one. They recover, get it back over here. They're going to go right side here. Tipped over by Gartner. Jesuit sends this over. Picked up nicely. Over to Lola Pylon here, looking for the end line and a little bit long.
Important, Jim, here for 16 Black to create some momentum here as we wind down set number one. Create some momentum going into set two, regardless of the outcome of this. You want to be on the top of your game.
Larson to Benson to Gartner there on the block. Wow.
Excitement running rampant on the 15-1 side.
Larson continues. Right-hander sends it over, diving in, bodies flying on the floor for 16 Black. Trying to find an answer to this run for Lucy Larson. They want to hurry up. Let's go, let's go. They say they want to keep the momentum going here. 21 serving 8. Swung over here and the timing off for 16 Black on that right side attack.
Lucy Larson, Jim, the daughter of 15-2 assistant coach Beth Larson. She's watching intently as well.
Serve sent over here, picked up on a 16 Black side. Gartner off that right attack. Jesuits takes a big swing at this one. Brought up nicely here over to Pylon. Sneaks that one through. Nice.
Nice swing by Pylon there. Catches the deep line.
Benson with the serve here.
double digits, a good accomplishment based on how this set started. Again, we'll talk about some momentum. Good would be good for 16 Black to get some momentum going here into set 2.
Picked up here by Torve, back set, swung over, but point 16 Black as that one doesn't make it.
The Mizuno M1 logoed net in the way there on that slide attempt from Patek.
Benson continues at the service stripe here. That's Bradenberg pushed all the way over in a 5-ball to Jesuits. Long.
Here we go, Jim. Little run out of 16 Black, quieting the crowd a bit, subduing the energy a little bit on this side of the net.
Benson continues. Picked up here by Torve. Back set, nice, quickly. Reese Patek.
That'll get things going again, Jim.
Patek earns her way to the service stripe. Right-hander takes measure, puts it over. Leaking out to the side there, but brought back nicely. Sent over. And that is Paige Wagner in the middle. Some confusion on the 16 Black side, that one falling in. And we are at set point here, set number 1.
Patek on the hook here, set number 1 for 15 ones.
Put into play there, picked up by Pylon. Got a ball rolling, but I don't think it's going to come into the court here. Right side attack, not successful, and that is the end of set 1. 15 ones, extremely fired up about their performance in that set.
Got some new viewers out here, Jim. If you're new to the Spolybrock Sports Network, I should introduce you to some of the sponsors we have. Sam McKay and the Easy Reels application brings you the application that sends video up to YouTube for your viewing pleasure. Jim Welbrock and the CEO, President, Audio Designer, Chief Technical Officer, Operations Guy, Head of Spolybrock Sports Network. I can say that all while he's on mute so he can't retort.
Just honored to be next to the once and future All-American Mike Spoladoro, who's, I understand they're planting a tree for you in Buckeye Grove. I can't wait to see that. Can't wait for the Ohio State-Minnesota football game played here in Minneapolis this year to open the season.
Maybe we'll try to get on the 50-yard line of that one too.
I think that might be good. PJ,
you'll probably detect if you're listening that we try to bring you the game as we see it from this location, but also some levity. Try to get some entertainment and just keep things light. We also have a musical sponsor, Jim.
Chad Johnson Music, based out of Northfield. You can find him on Spotify and YouTube and all of the other music outlets. Fantastic support from Chad Johnson. You'll hear his music in between sets and at the beginning and end of some of the broadcasts. They have new music coming out. We actually have a song we might play at the very end here, Brick by Brick, brand new release that's coming out June 25th. We had an advance copy. I really appreciate Chad and Kari giving us the advance copy of that song that we were able to debut yesterday during the 18 Black matches over the weekend here, and we get some time, we'll throw that in here as well, but we appreciate Chad Johnson Music for their support.
Maybe we'll give a final minute of the break here to Southbound Train.
Rounds at
All right, we're back with you folks here in the championship match. 16 open division. 15 ones and 16 black. Northern Lights teams. First set going to 15 ones. Carlson putting the ball into play here for 16 black. Jesuit sends this one over. And ball into the net there, unable to be played back out. 1-0.
15-1 starting where they left off here.
Maddie Dombeck with the serve. Left-hander nods, ready to go. Puts it in play, picked up by Lola Pylan here. It's going to go back to her on the right side. Oh, a nice attack through the block, but a great pickup by Larson. Sent back over. Are we done or not? I think so.
I think
Sometimes
we're done.
These early celebrations can get you in trouble if the ball has not been blown dead. Very difficult to tell where the whistles are coming from here. I'm starting to like the LED light on the R1's whistle. Dombeck continues here, picked up by Pylan again. Again back to her. She'll try another attack, but Jesuit says, no, I'm going to send that one back. Larson, Dombeck, Hadley Berger.
Terminates down the line to the deep 5. Jim, you would think with the electronic whistles they could put a switch on there that would make a variation, a different tone, a different rhythm, some sort of mechanism to differentiate when you're close.
Dombeck, good serve. It really comes with some smoke, and that goes through untouched.
And here we go, Jim. It's a continuation of set number 1.
Yeah, it is.
For the 15-1s.
16 black definitely back on their heels here, looking for an answer. Dombeck continues. Diving on the floor there is Benson. Nice attack there from the left side. Jesuit swings this over and finds a spot deep in the 1-16 there.
The looping heavy top spin gets the ball over the block, but yet down inside of the baseline. We see an early timeout for 16 black. 15-1's just on a roll. Jim, I talked about when they are firing on all cylinders, it is tough. They got multiple 6-footers. They got lightning fast defensive players. Run a 5-1 with Maddie Dombeck, extremely strong setter. So, and they don't even have their head coach here for this tournament.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Antonio Amador off with another daughter.
Yeah, it's a good-looking team, that's for sure. Weapons at all positions.
I mentioned we should talk about the upcoming schedule. Should have done that during the break, but the 15s, 1s, and 2s, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Dombeck continues here, picked up by Benson here. Quickly over to Gordon.
16 black got the play they wanted in system. Unfortunately, that attack finds the net. The faces are long over there. Somebody needs to step up, make a play to get the energy back. They had extremely high energy in the match against us just an hour ago.
Dombeck, a devastating serve there. Really difficult to bring back over. And here's
there it is.
Nice attack.
Incredible back row attack. Had the entire 15-1s team frozen, almost as though they were a screened goalie. They just almost didn't even see that shot coming, and it just hammered down the line.
Well played there by 16 black. Lola Pylan here looking for a good spot. That ball moving from our left to right. Nicely played.
There we go. A couple points in a row there for 16 black, clawing their way, attempting to claw their way back into this match.
Pylan continues from the line here. Picked up by Bradenberg here. Quickly into Jesuits.
The Jesuits went down a bit awkwardly there. I was worried she landed on something, but nope, she's all good. She trots back to the line. Her folks sitting right in front of us. I mentioned earlier, part of a split family. M1 and Northern Lights players, they get the best of both worlds with both clubs.
Jesuit sends this over. Left side to Frandrup. Picked up nicely, kept alive here with an effort with Jesuits and Berger. Nice play. Lined up again here by Frandrup. Berger makes a swing of their own.
Boy, that's psychologically a very difficult thing to overcome. The incredible hustle by Jesuits, and Berger to keep that ball alive.
Yeah, an impressive play there for sure. Jesuits continues with the line here, picked up by Benson into the middle for Gordon. Just long. Looking for the magic here. Not finding it right at the moment. Jesuits continues. Again, Benson picks this up. Swung over Frandrup. Block gets a piece of that. Bradenburg brings it back over. Swung over by Siedenberg here. All the way over to the left side here for ball. And now Avery Jesuits on a long service run here. 16 Black looking for a way to end this. Seeing some long faces over there, hands on hips. So hopefully can get a play here to get a little spark on their side. Biggie Frandrup tries to tip this one through, but the block just sends it back.
Paige Wagner elevates. She stays elevated. Pops that left hand up to send it down. 11-2. In the excitement, Jim will talk a little bit about the travel schedule upcoming. We talk about this 15-1 team when they're firing on all cylinders. They are firing on all cylinders. They are preparing, as are the 15-2s, for a pretty incredibly difficult travel schedule upcoming. They head to Orlando, Florida for the AAU Nationals late June. Head down the 21st. They'll play the 22nd through the 26th. No, excuse me, 21st to the 25th. Regardless, they head to Orlando for a 4-day tournament. Jump on a plane in Orlando, head straight to Las Vegas, Nevada, not even coming home to play in the USA Volleyball Nationals tournament in Las Vegas until June 30th, which they'll return home.
We talked to Coach Amador about that schedule, and I know he said it's going to be the most challenging part of the season, of course, for them. Not only the competition, but the travel as well. As we get a kill here for 16 Black.
Hey, Jim, after the match, we could run that interview from earlier this year.
We could. It's got good comments in there from Coach Amador.
If he can't be here himself, we'll at least put him on the air.
Good effort here by Dombeck. She ends up in Bradenburg's knee. Hopefully there was grimacing there a little bit. I don't think any damage was done. Lots of opportunities to collide with other players, the ball, the floor, the net, the standards, a lot of things here can get in your way. And Gordon here looking to serve aggressively, not able to get that one to go where she wanted it.
Speaking of collisions, Bradenburg running into Avery Jesuits there. She tries to make her back to the service line.
Right-hander puts it in play here. Frandrup takes a big swing, but the block is there. Eva Siedenberg. Wow.
I've noticed the 15-1s, Jim, pretty violent celebrations after blocks. They're running around, shoving, bumping, bouncing.
That's a good way to put it, a violent celebration. That's definitely what it is. Well described there. Mike Spoladoro. Free ball here. Oh, almost running into the wall.
Boy, I saw her backing into the wall. I was fearing the head hitting the wall. That's a concrete wall there. There is a mat up by the net, but you would think you might want that whole wall padded.
Yeah, I think just being off a little bit there would not be a good situation to be in. As Maya Carrick comes to the line here, picked up by Jesuits here quickly. In the middle there is Patek.
There's the 2-point play. Net violation called on 16 Black, and the attack is cleanly down to the floor. Feels like you should get a 2-point play on that, Jim.
Yeah, it does. I think maybe we can suggest that to the rules committee. In lieu of double contacts, we'll have double points. Torve here with the serve. Pylan picks this one up. This is Gartner with a nice attack there. And that is going to bring Hannah Rich, Lakeville North. Left-hander, I believe. to the service line. Puts the ball in play. Picked up here by Jesuits. Dombeck the back set. Oh my, what a stiff. What a play there for Reese Patek on the slide.
The timing was there, Jim. That rivals the Kinsey Cronin slide right there.
Yeah, that was really good. All clicking on all cylinders, as they say. Lucy Larson back with the serve here. Right-hander from Northfield puts the ball into play here. Picked up, punched over here by Gartner. And that return ball just wide. Point 16 Black. Benson at the line, right-hander, sends it over. Picked up here, Dombeck, run through. Jesuits sends it over.
Jesuits makes a nice play on that, Jim. The pass wasn't where Maddie needed, and she made an effort to get it up, and it was kind of a quick set. Avery steps into it very rapidly rather than taking a big swing. Makes a great play off the block.
Nice adjustment there. Patek with the serve here. Picked up over to Pylon off the block, but picked up nicely there by Torve. Play continues here. Punched back over by Pylon. Dombeck, nice swing there for Wagner. Wow.
Yeah, Pylon slaps her hands together on that on-two. I think she was looking for more of the 5 into the corner, and it floated a little bit to the middle of the court and was able to be picked up. She had an opening there.
Patek puts the ball in play. Pylon picks this one up. Right side attack here, nicely done, but overpass bouncing back and forth here too quickly to call. Jesuits terminates.
Dombeck lowers the elbow into Lucy Larson's forehead as they collide. Fast-moving game here, Jim.
It is.
Glad we're on the sidelines.
Patek continues at the line. This one just long.
We're near the window here, looking outside. Beautiful sunny day, people out walking. Beautiful day for volleyball. Championship volleyball.
Carlson at the line here for 16 Black. Dombeck sends this back. And the block sends that back for 16 Black.
It was a tough slide to run there. The pass backed Maddie up, so there wasn't a lot of room for Paige Wagner to come in behind. They made the best of it, but unfortunately it didn't click.
Carlson continues right on the line. Very little room there between the bench and the line to actually fit the serve in. But Jesuit says, that's okay.
Boy, Jim, we've got a perfect angle for that. There was not an inch on either side of the ball between the antenna and the block. Jesuits does a fantastic job squeezing that ball between the block and the antenna without hitting either.
Dombeck, tough serve again here. Benson unable to handle that one.
15-1s win the race to 20.
Dombeck wants the ball back, goes out to meet it, rolling towards her. Not interested in wasting any time here. Left-hander sends it over. Benson brings this one up nicely. Swatted over, looking for a spot.
Oh,
just wide.
Just wide is right, Jim. Not more than a half tile wide there. 21-9 now. 15-1s in control of this championship match. 16 Open Division.
Dombeck sends it over. Back set here. Pylon. Nice cross-court cut there. A great pickup by Dombeck. Expecting a double contact on that. A little bit of a delayed whistle there as the R1 watched and thought about it. And yeah, I guess I will call that.
The right call, I believe.
Yes, it was. Pylon sends this over. Picked up by Larson here. Dombeck quickly. Jesuits. Ball comes back right away, but nice pickup by Bradenberg here. Sent over by Hadley Berger from the left side. Right side attack here. Wow. Oh, that comes through. Hits about 4 people here on the spectators' benches.
Score now 21-11. Lola Pylon looks to carve into the 10-point deficit.
Good serve. Larson handcuffed a little bit by that one. Makes
Eighth serve.
grimaced face there.
Lola Pylon gets the Modern Day Warrior Award, while the 15-1s are living in the limelight at 21-12.
Play continues here. Jesuits takes this one. Wagner pushes this one over. Gonna go right side here. Frandrup gets through.
Bit of a run here out of 16 Black. Closing the gap to 8. Merely a touchdown and 2-point conversion away from tying. Late here in the second set. 16 Black down 1-0.
Coach Rena exhorting her team on here. Jesuits, nice pickup. Dombeck.
Wow.
Berger. Wow.
She almost brought that one back, Jim.
Amazing scrappy play here on both sides. Fun to watch. Timeout called here.
Smart move there, I think, by Pam Dombeck, not wanting to give any hope to 16 Black. They've run off 5 in a row here to bring it to a 7-point margin. Jim, maybe one more time we'll play the Easy Reel sounder and remind everybody Sam McKay and crew at Easy Reels brings you the video portion of this production. We also want to show some appreciation to Sound Shark. Jim, I know you've been in contact with the leadership group at Sound Shark.
Yeah, Paul Terpstra and his team in Janesville, Wisconsin. Fantastic partners for us here to bring you the sounds of the game. As play continues here, they're looking.
Jim, there's the disadvantage of the wall. There's plenty of advantages to the wall, but right there, that ball certainly in play and recoverable. 16 Black there. They made the play. Unfortunately, the ball grazed the wall, making it out of play.
Oh boy, part of the tight quarters that we operate with here in Bloomington as Avery Jesuits sends this ball, picked up by Pylon here, swung over by Frandrup. 15-1 set up. Hadley Berger, the block, sends it back. Boy, they're excited on the other side here.
15-1's fired up, Jim. They are not going down without a fight. They are excited. The scoreboard on the wall appears incorrect. 22-15 is the correct score.
That's what I have as Bradenburg picks this one up. Dombeck over to Siedenberg here. And a nice kill for her.
23-15. I think we've...
I'll stick with that. I'm sure it's right.
Yep, we're going to stay with that on our board, even though the wall shows something different.
Bradenburg puts the ball into play here, picked up by Pylon. Swung over by Frandrup on a nice swing.
Hey, that was a nice cut, Jim. The set sent her a little bit to the outside from what she was expecting, but she adjusted her body, got out there, and was able to bring that left hand with a cross-court shot. Nice job by Frandrup. 23-16 the score. Ignore the wall for now. We are going with what we know is to be true.
Carrick with the serve here, picked up by Jesuits quickly into the middle there. That is Patek. The play continues here. Bradenburg push out to the left side here, and that is Ava Siedenberg, and she is fired up.
Yeah, that's where the middle, Jim, set up the outside attack. The strong middle attack out of Patek brought the block inside. Dombeck makes a smart decision to go outside to Siedenberg. Isolation block. Very tough to defend, and she goes down the line for the winner.
Izzy Torvey at the line here.
On the hook.
Right-hander puts a good serve over, picked up by Pylon here. Ball swings this over.
16 Black says not yet. We're not done yet. We've seen an incredible comeback from Denver, Colorado, down 24-14. Our 18 Blacks came back to win that one. It's not over until it's over, Jim.
Nope, that's why we play it all the way out.
And now it's over.
Is it, as the service error brings the championship to 15-1s here in the 16 Open Division. Stars and Stripes 2021 Memorial Day. Congratulations to Northern Lights, 15-1s on your championship.
Thank you, Jim, for working this match. Love the bonus coverage on Spoilbrook Sports Network. Maybe as we watch the teams celebrate and probably some pictures, etc. Boy, they're really super excited, super happy. Maybe as we watch them celebrate, maybe we should roll the Antonio Amador interview from earlier this spring.
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to set it up for us?
This is back in, I guess it was probably late March out in downtown Northfield. We talked to Antonio about
April 16th, I think I have.
Okay, well, maybe that's it. I don't remember anymore. The days go by so fast. But it was fun to talk to Antonio. You're going to hear a few comments here from him about the upcoming schedule and the rest of his 15-1s season.
Thanks for joining us on Spoilbrook Sports Network for bonus coverage, and we will talk to you soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're joining you here from beautiful downtown Northfield, Minnesota, on a fabulous day here. We've had some bad weather, and we really come out of some of that here, and it's nice to see the sun again. We're joined now by Northern Lights 15-1's head coach Antonio Amador, visiting a little bit about the volleyball club season. Of course, we're almost, I would say, about 2/3 of the way through the season already.
Yep.
You know, it's a long process that starts back in November with tryouts and team selections, and you kind of look ahead and say, this is we got a long ways to go here, and all of a sudden we're in mid-April. So how are things with your team so far, and how has the season been treating you?
We're kind of in that spot where 15-year-olds, so they go up and down a little bit. They get it right. They're doing things right. They're doing things well, and you think, wow, this looks good. This is how it's supposed to be played. And then sometimes we forget what volleyball, like we've never seen a volleyball before. So I think it's just a 15-year-old age group, and because the seasons have been delayed and started a little bit, so we're kind of back farther. And at Northern Lights, it's also a little bit different because we only do our 14s start in the open division. Our 14-1s move to open. So last year when these kids were 14, they started in open, but they only had like a tournament or two, then the season got stopped. So when we go to bigger tournaments, we're facing other teams. They've been open for 2 or 3, 4 years, where our kids are just brand new to it. So we're a little bit behind schedule with that stuff, but we're trying to get them caught up and keep rolling.
Yeah, maybe talk a little bit about the challenges of this whole COVID thing. I know last year was, largely lost, and I think a lot of people thought, well, this whole thing is going to be over this summer. We're going to be back to normal.
Right.
We found out, of course, that's not the case. This year is more normal than others, but how have you been dealing with those challenges?
I think the biggest challenge is just the inconsistency of how everything is handled. One time, you got to sit out for 10 days. You got to sit out for 14 days. If you get tested and you're a negative test, and you're fine to come back. And no one really understands the complexities of all of it. Like if you have the antibodies, if you have the shot, well, you're fine. If you have the shot, well, you can still be positive. So there's just a lot of different inconsistencies that you can never know how to prepare for it. So I guess we just face every day. We're going to today like we're not going to have it tomorrow, and that's how we've looked at every day when we're practicing and the tournaments. Play like today like you're not going to have it tomorrow because we don't know if we are. Whether it's a governor stopping the state, the company stopping lights, or just one kid testing positive, or being a sister of a teammate or someone else who tested positive, so they have to quarantine. So you just never know if you're going to be here tomorrow or not.
Yeah, I think our local basketball coach here had a similar kind of thing. Their team motto was every member, every moment. Yep. And a lot of that was just, hey, we don't know if we're going to play tomorrow, so we're going to put everything we got into today.
Absolutely.
All your efforts, and we're not going to worry about what's down the road because you just don't know what's coming.
No idea, and no one really does. I mean, the whole COVID deal is just so new to everybody. I think even with the doctors and the experts in the CDC, you've seen them 1 minute it's one thing, 1 minute it's the next. And it's not that they're not good at what they do. It's just it's so new to everybody. It's just finding that balance of getting back to living and trying to stay safe as well.
Right. Well, what do you have left coming up for the season? Coming into the big tournaments now, the major part of the season. What's the outlook, and kind of what do you have coming up next?
We have a big qualifier coming up in a couple of weeks. Northern Lights qualifier will be in Omaha. We've already qualified for USJO Nationals, but we want to qualify in the open division, which is a little bit tougher division. That'll be our last chance there. We have a Stars and Stripes tournament after that, and then we're going to be in Orlando for the AU National Championships, and then we fly straight from Orlando to Vegas for the USJO National Championships. So our group is gone for like 12 straight days, I think, or 14 days, something like that. We don't even get to come home. So that'll be a little challenge for the girls as they're young and they're used, just now getting used to some of this stuff. But
sure,
we'll try to get them prepared the best we can and go compete.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fun if anybody's been watching the NCAA tournament to see that they're putting these courts out in the same room that we've been in playing in. That's got to be kind of a thrill for some of the players.
Right. I was just pointing that out to my daughters. 2 of the 3 have played there that are at Lights now, and we're talking with them like, you guys have played right there where they're standing. You know, John Cook standing here and Hugh McCutcheon standing there, and you guys are playing there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a thrill and fun for the players. So
interesting for sure.
Appreciate you joining us. Any final thoughts?
Thank you for your time, and I just hope all the girls finish strong, and I hope everyone just plays like they don't know about tomorrow, because that's just how that's the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
Practice like there's no tomorrow and play like there's no tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, thank you. We've been talking to Antonio Amador. He's head coach of Northern Lights 15-1s. Appreciate his time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent interview there, Antonio Amador. Too bad he can't be here to celebrate with his team. They're clearly excited.
Yeah, they are.
They got their T-shirts, photo opportunities. Pretty insightful comments from a couple months ago, Jim, or a month and a half ago, as we look forward to the end of June and the travel season.
Yeah, the big tournament's coming up, of course, here, and I think you're right. It was really fun to talk to Coach Amador there in Northfield, and I think very good comments about just the state of where things are, and already they've improved since we did that interview, and people are able to come in here to the facility and watch the matches during the Stars and Stripes tournament here, so that's a positive step forward. And again, the comment about the traveling, and we talked about this yesterday, what are some of the things that the kids learn and pick up from Lights that maybe are not volleyball related, and one of them definitely is this idea of traveling. And I think you mentioned, as young people, we certainly didn't have the same opportunities that these girls have to make some of these trips and get used to traveling and handling your stuff, and how much stuff should I bring, and how do I get around, and where do I have to hit to be certain times and not miss my flight or lose my luggage or whatever it is. It's good experiences that I did not have until I was into my 20s. So I think that's a positive here as well, and interesting comments from Coach Amador there about teams in the 15-year-old age bracket not having experienced a lot of this in the past, and just starting to get used to playing up in these tough divisions, and adding the travel into that is just another challenge. And hopefully things go well for the team here, but learning a lot. We talk about learning, picking up different things, the life experiences, and definitely good stuff in that regard.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jim, and I think, it's not only the travel and learning how to do it, but Northern Lights does a fantastic job at, while you're traveling, how are you representing yourself? How are you representing your club and your community? And I think that's also almost as important as we talk about the life lessons that this sport that they love gives them. It's how do you maintain yourself, your person, your reputation, etc.
Well, we're looking at that all the time too. We're watching our opposition on the other side of the court. We're looking for the coaching staff. How are they handling adversity? Is it a positive reinforcement? Sometimes you see the opposite. You see some negative things that come out. How do different players react to that? But I think you're right. How do you represent yourself and your team when you're out on the road? What do people say after they've watched you play? Laura mentioned this yesterday, that their team's still in contact with some of the players that they played against when we faced those Texas squads back in 2017. And she had never mentioned that to me before. I found that kind of surprising. Some of these connections that you wouldn't expect are going to continue on for many, many years. And again, that you get one chance to make a good first impression, and I think that's an excellent point here, that how do you handle yourself? What people see that you have Northern Lights on your back, what is their statement about you're going to be? And if it's, hey, it was a fun team to play, talented, they beat us into the ground on the court, but afterwards some nice things, some connections made, and I think that's a big deal and something to always kind of keep in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jim. And we experienced this with the 15s division with Macy, my 15-2s player. Her 12s here went to Omaha, played on, I think, President's Day, and they had a grueling championship match against the Nebraska Elite team. And after the match, it was amazing. 12-year-old girls, they all got together and they took a combination team picture because the match was so fun. Well, fast forward the clock to this President's Day. Macy in the 15-2s are in the championship match against Nebraska Elite. Two of the girls Macy still stays in contact with. So she is playing against girls that she met a few years ago, live states apart. After the match, there again, thankfully, 15-2s came out on top. But after the match. It was a conversation. It was pictures. We actually got them on the air. So Macy and her 2 Nebraska Elite friends on the air. If you can search the 15-2 channel for that, you might be interested in watching that. But yeah, it's just fantastic life lessons that these kids are learning. And Laura's story yesterday about the Texas and Macy's ongoing with Nebraska, it's just super fun, and it's really important, I think, for the girls to learn these skills.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, these things will carry on into college. You never know who you're going to run into again, who might be on your college team that you maybe played against or played with, or you think, I'm not going to see some of these people again. Hey, the longer you're around this sport, in any sport, to be honest with you, but especially at a club level like this, you're going to keep seeing the same names and the same people pop up from time to time, and sometimes in the most unexpected places. So I think making those connections, that's something that's really good, and it's true for the parents too. You never know who you might be standing next to in a place like in Orlando. You might be finding yourself next to Hugh McCutcheon,
Coach
Karai, you never know. Paul Sunderland, you might hear a voice you've heard before someplace, and those things are kind of fun too. It's a pretty tightly knit community. I think that's true of a lot of sports, but it is especially true in volleyball. I think for these girls, one of the most important, very popular sport for girls, and I think in Minnesota it is the most popular sport for girls from what I've heard. So you're going to make connections here that are going to last, people that you're going to see again down the road, and that really, really makes it fun.
You see, trying to watch the celebration here. We got the famous Tommy B, who's often on the broadcast crew here with Eastridge Volleyball and sometimes the 15s. And, here an example, Jim, out here in the middle of the court. I don't know if it's on the camera or not, but Macy Spoler out there. She played with these girls last year, and, this year is on the 2s team. But look at the friendships continue. She's out there interacting, celebrating with the 15-1s, and, that's what this whole program is about. And huge thank you and compliments. You mentioned this yesterday in the 18 Black broadcast, but tremendous amount of thanks goes out to the Northern Lights program in whole. Kurt Gussman, Adam Beamer, all the coaches that the kids have had, and we still are in contact with some of the coaches of the past, and just the professional nature with which Northern Lights runs their operation. It's fantastic, and the waters they had to navigate during this year of COVID, getting us to tournaments, moving full tournaments. This tournament itself was supposed to be at the convention center. Would have been very easy to cancel it, but no. Got together with the other clubs, M1, Minnesota Select, and said, hey, we've got 3 facilities. Let's use them, and let's hold the 2021 Stars and Stripes tournament.
Yeah, I think they found a way to make it happen, and I think that's definitely a positive, and kudos to Northern Lights for doing that. And like Becky mentioned, when Laura won that first year, when they won down in Orlando, I love that comment, hey, thank you for the opportunity. And I think that's just a big message here. We do want to put a special shout out to Northern Lights for the opportunity to play this great game. And that includes all the things you just mentioned, moving tournaments around, adjusting to strange circumstances in the world the way it's been the last year and a half here, finding a way to make something happen.
Sponsoring, even little things like sponsoring chaperones so that the kids can be well cared for on those out-of-town tournaments, and the parents can, head to those tournaments and not be worried about where am I supposed to be and how do I get there, and that sort of operational nature. The fact that Northern Lights takes all the kids, puts them in rooms, gets a chaperone, and they're well cared for. They're always tracked, they're fed, and they're on schedule. So another little minor thing that Lights does that is just super appreciative.
Yeah, I think the logistics there, so many little things that you don't think about that would have to be taken care of if you did not have an overall organization taking care of your travel and food and all those sorts of things. So much appreciation for that, and just can't say enough good about the overall experience here as we are starting to wrap up with
Tom, there are a few players lingering here. There may be an opportunity. Coach Dombeck, we got Pachek, Tommy B, if I can get some attention. Yep, in he comes. I knew that would be an easy sell. We'll get Tommy B on the mic to give us his thoughts on the Big 16 Open Championship. Tommy B, welcome to the program.
Gentlemen, thank you. Fun game.
Oh, that was good.
Fun game, fun tournament. I wish you had had a different opponent for that championship match, but
I was hoping the same, but we'll take a victory.
that 16 black team, strong operation.
They're hot and cold when they're on. They got some strong hitters, and they can do some damage. We brought energy like I haven't seen before, and that made the difference. I mean, it just kept piling on, so it was fun.
Well, we did talk about that, Tom, in the semifinal match. The energy level between 15-2 and 16 black, I know you weren't allowed in the building to watch, was incredible. And so that energy level just carried on to that championship match. And, my heart bled for those 16 blacks team. It was a gruesome 3-set match that we took them to, 13-15, to have to turn around and immediately play
Yeah, that's tough.
at
That's
that
tough to do.
elevated energy.
And it's on the third day, which, that just,
Well, and it's Memorial Day.
yeah.
They're expecting to be out in the sun, barbecuing,
Right.
throwing bags.
Right.
Well, probably not, but
Well, yeah, I think it is. And we talk about this a lot in these longer tournaments too. That it's really to see who can be hanging around at the end, who has energy left. Can you make it through all of these matches and not lose your focus and not have a spot where you stumble? And that's a big testament to being prepared, I think, and having the team in good physical condition, good mental condition to handle whatever's coming at you. And all of the noise in this place, you have to block some of that out. And I think you did see that today.
Yeah, this is a tough environment to play with the noise. I tell you what, it's got to be the loudest place that we played, and it gets hard. You don't know which whistle is yours at some points, and
Yeah, I finally took to watching. He had an LED on the bottom of his
I
whistle.
saw
Instead of looking at that, okay, well, it is you. I don't know what I'm hearing in here, but I
Yeah.
can see that's what's going on.
Yeah.
well, let's talk about the white elephant in the room. I mean, this is a challenging tournament and environment for the parents to keep their energy levels up. Tom, help us understand the 15. Your parents all seemed bonded together, high energy. How did you guys get through this?
Yeah, we had some planning sessions in between games. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, we took some extra special time and came together. So, when you can do that over a beer, cocktail.
Well, it's nice that you had the cooperation of Mother Nature, because that's always a factor.
We did. And what a gorgeous day out there today.
Oh,
I'm
man.
getting anxious to get back home and get out in the sun.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, I think things are wrapping up here from M1. It's starting to get to a decibel level that's healthy for the ears, so maybe we can remove our headsets and not fear for our hearing.
Yeah, I was glad to have the headset on today. At least it knocked it down to a tolerable level.
Well, thanks for broadcasting that. That's fun. I'm going to go back and watch some of that.
Well, thanks for joining us,
Yep.
Tom, and
Yep, always
you're
a
always
pleasure.
welcome. We always got a microphone ready for you.
Always a pleasure joining you guys.
Congratulations on your victory.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks,
Take care.
All right. See you guys.
Good to
All
see
right, well, standing alongside the all-world Jim Welbrock, this is Mike Spoleto from the M1 facility in Bloomington, Minnesota. We'll call it a day and wrap up the 2021 Stars and Stripes tournament.
you. All right, folks, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.